make sure you're subscribed to JerCrispy.
Anyway, what's up, y'all? It's your most does know. JerCrispy, welcome back to another video. What happened to every forgotten regular show character? You talk about Thomas? Thomas left. I know Thomas left. I don't know about the whatever forgetting other characters. Oh, side character. They're good.
Aside from the main cast that
On the road to 500.
works at the park, regular show has had hundreds of unique and different characters that have come and gone, with some only appearing one time in the series to others that were once in the main cast but phased out over time. These are 15 of the most forgotten characters in regular show, starting with Thomas, who has the craziest plot twist to his story arc in this video. Before being revealed that he was a Russian spy, Thomas was originally an intern at the park. He first debuted in season 4's episode 1, Exit 9B, possibly the worst time to start an internship at the park.
Facts. They got in a whole big fight. I remember that. Damn.
But even after all the chaos, Thomas decided to keep his internship when Benson thought he would quit after everything that happened on his first day. He became a regular in almost every episode for 4 seasons straight, some with speaking roles and others where he didn't say a word, seeming like a normal kid, even participating in the goofy antics that the main cast got into every episode. But there was something strange about Thomas. The writers began to throw small foreshadows on who Thomas really was when he said this.
Oh, hello, Mom. Oh, yeah. Everything's great.
What's he saying?
No, exactly. Yep. Droznik.
Droznik! What the heck is going on?
Understood. Bye, Mom.
What seemed like an ordinary phone call to his mother turned out to be the biggest conspiracy in Cartoon Network history. In season 6, episode 8, The Real Thomas, we get a peek into Thomas's real life when Rigby overhears an argument outside, and when he goes to look, he catches Thomas in a ninja suit knocking out a federal agent. Rigby then goes outside to confront him about it, then Thomas knocks him unconscious as well. Later in the episode, after trying to convince the crew of what he saw, the park begins being overtaken by Russians, and it's revealed that Thomas himself was the second lead Russian spy, and his real name, Nikolai.
The order came from Commander Romanov. Operation Park Lift. We would obtain bogus credentials and sneak.
Then he felt bad because he ain't want to do them to his friends that he was chilling out with, bro. Like he created a whole bond with them and stuff, and fights. That's crazy. Your real mission was trying to see what's going on with the park. You got your information. You stay there. You're like, damn, these people ain't really Ricky.
Into the States, I would become Thomas, an average college student. We entered the U.S. with surprisingly little resistance. Phase 1. Travel to target site. Inquire about internship opportunities. Say you will work for free.
After explaining that the Russians were here to steal the park, fly it to Russia and blow it up, the park crew and Nikolai begin to stop the Russians because that's not what he wanted. They successfully beat them and stopped the war, but what happens to Thomas now that they know his identity? Benson offers him a full-time position at the park that is truly a heartfelt gesture, but Thomas explains he can't accept it because he's now a fugitive on the run in both the US and Russia. They all say their goodbyes and he leaves. We get Thomas's / Nikolai's final appearance in the show when he shows up in disguise to attend Muscle Man's wedding. That is a W, friend. After this occasion, he's never to be seen again, probably still on the
Besides Boys Night 2. Or no, it's Guys Night, not Boys Night. Guys Night.
run. Hopefully, he didn't die though, because I can't say the same about who's next. Garrett Bobby Ferguson, also known as GBF, has the funniest character arc on this list that not many people...
No, when the first time I saw Gary Bobby Ferguson, bro, I was like, damn, this nigga is a weird character. Just a floating head with arms and legs, no neck, no freaking other body part, just arm and leg. So I realized they was talking about a dude in real life. And they almost got sued for this. They won the battle though.
Remember, he first debuted in season 2's episode 7 High Score as Mordecai and Rigby begin to beat the high score on the video game Broken Bones at the coffee shop. The original record holder GBF shows up as they're about to break it.
So you've broken the world record, have you?
Yeah? Who's asking?
Me.
After Mordecai and Rigby challenge GBF to a Broken Bones game to settle who can beat the record, a fight breaks out when Rigby and Mordecai actually get close to breaking it. GBF starts cheating. In the end, he couldn't stop the two from beating his record, and bro was so hurt, this happened.
And this is the most nastiest scene you're ever gonna see in life, the history. You know how nasty people is on the internet? The most nastiest scene, bro. But what is your favorite regular show? Gotta be top 5. Like, for starting at, I'd say low key, it had to be like when Mordecai was dating CJ. I like one of them. It was one of them episodes. Somebody got to do a ranking of all the episodes, and we put them A, B, C, D, and all them type of categories. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it one day, bro.
Yes, he actually exploded, but that wasn't the last time we saw Garrett Bobby Ferguson inside of regular show. In season 4's episode 1, Exit 9B, we see the return of GBF Sr. when his son GBF Jr. creates a highway through the park to open up a portal to the fiery center of the earth to not only bring his dad back, but everyone Mordecai and Rigby has ever defeated. A brawl breaks out between the park and their friends and all of the past villains, but thankfully, the park crew ends up winning, sending GBF and everyone else back through the portal. Throughout the rest of the series, GBF is mentioned in cameos and Easter eggs, like in the episode Expert or Liar, where he acts as a video game boss, or even in the episode of Video Game Wizards, where his head is a statue outside of the building, which I believe was a video game building. A pretty nice callback. Canonically, GBF is dead, but let's take a look at a character that everyone forgot was born dead. Thomas.
No. Everybody knows Baby Thomas, bro. Everybody know him. He's, bro. I don't know, son. Baby Thomas, he was 50-50 with it, but he was 50-50 with it. And everybody choke on them fucking grits, man. He was 50-50 with it. I mean, he was a likable character, and he was a character. Even though the only fucked up scene that he did, and really he had got me fucked up with it, when he it was a buff bull and like a centipede, or not a centipede, whatever them little green bugs is with the little thing, and he was talking about, no, I'm not gonna get this lady number. What? And then he just said that out loud. And dude, Mordecai didn't even want the number. I hope he showed the clip.
No, hold on. Not the Russian spy intern that we just covered. Trust me, I thought the same thing.
I need you to do me a huge favor and babysit Thomas tonight.
Isn't he, like, in college?
Not that Thomas, Death's Thomas. Can you help me out?
Sorry to hear that.
Thomas the baby is Death's son. We've seen Death quite a lot throughout the series, especially dealing with the two idiots who barely escape dying every single episode. But there were a couple of episodes specifically where we got introduced to his son, who even though is a baby, is 300 years old. Thomas first debuted in season 3's 27th episode, Dead at 8, where Mordecai and Rigby are tasked with watching Death's son while he and his wife go out for a date night because the two accidentally
No, they didn't accidentally freaking Muscle Man killed his soul. He hurted his soul. He wanted to build that contraction and stuff. They said, man, you ain't going down here. He said, what? Ah! Hit a tree. The tree was Then he hit a cart, then the tree fell on top of his ass. Like, come on now.
Killed Muscle Man. Yes, they accidentally off their friend, and in order to get his soul back from death, they take on what seems like an easy task of babysitting until...
Let me turn this down. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Yeah. To this day, I still don't know why they made some stuff like this, bro. That had to be the most annoying stuff to get, like, give your child, or like going to your cousin's house and they rolling that thing, bro. That makes so much noise, bro. I don't even know what was the point of getting that. Damn.
Mordecai and Rigby must have Thomas asleep by the time his parents get back home in order to keep up their end of the deal.
But like, I'm about to say, so it was like, when the first time I saw this, I said, how the hell they gonna get this nigga to sleep? This nigga don't want to go to sleep. Like, and then like once, like, I think once they summon like the worm or something out the book or something like that, and then like, and he got hit by like chandeliers or something like that. I don't even remember.
Bro said that
I guess.
happening. Thomas goes on a rampage, destroying the entire house.
While
they try to
yep,
stop
there you
him,
go.
and when all hope seems lost, they actually get him to fall asleep. I mean, he did destroy everything, but at least he's asleep.
Thomas? Oh. He's out cold.
I see why they couldn't find a babysitter. It seems like this is normally what that demon child does every night. Unfortunately, Thomas does appear in one final episode where this time
there go the episode.
Mordecai and CJ are stuck babysitting. Thomas again in season 5's 27th episode Playdate. They take him to the park. Normal kid will want to go. Oh, he wants to go to the underworld. Oh, all right. They take him to the park. You know where any normal kid would want to go. Oh, he wants to go to the underworld. Oh, all right. After causing tons of trouble and getting chased by a horde of demons, CJ, Thomas, and Mordecai head back to the mortal world, and when they return, Thomas gets knocked out by a bowling ball, successfully putting him to sleep before the parents return. Thankfully, that was the final time we saw that demon baby, but he's not the only one who tends to lurk in the shadows. The wizard is a—
Oh yeah, bro. This had to be the most funniest one I ever saw. Like, in the beginning of the show, during season 1, I think Ripley took that man keyboard. He took the keyboard from him while he was using the restroom. And then I think this just had to be like spook fest or something, like whatever it's called was for a regular show. This was the first, I think this was the first one, and the next one was like what, cars or some shit. I don't know. I gotta go back and watch.
Character not many people notice in most episodes. He subtly would lurk in the background, in the shadows, or even in plain sight. We just never paid attention. He first debuts in season 1's episode, The Power. When Mordecai and Rigby put a hole in their bedroom wall, Rigby comes up with a solution to use a magical keyboard he stole, and in a flashback is the very first time we see the wizard.
Alright, come on now.
Now, initially, as a kid, I didn't notice the wizard was the person Rigby stole the keyboard from because it was a subtle 10-second appearance. But this is where everything changes. The next major appearance we see the wizard in is season 3's episode 4, Terror Tales of the Park. Mordecai and Rigby are out trick-or-treating when Rigby stumbles upon a creepy house. Being Rigby, he walks up to the house and begins to knock on the door and ask for candy. As a 24-year-old man, by the way, when he gets no answer at the door, he begins to do what any logical person would. He ate the house. But unfortunately, this wasn't just any house. It belonged to the wizard.
You're going to pay for that.
After vowing to seek revenge on Rigby, the wizard puts a hex on him that begins to turn him into a house. But before he does this, he begins killing his friends one by one by one until there is no one left.
I don't know. I ain't lying to you, Sad. That nigga Benson got it the worst way. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what Muscle Man, he was acting tough. He deserved getting his skin pulled off. Benson got it the worst way, son. Dude was trapped in the toilet and they freaking he shut his man inside the toilet. Had to let the gunballs rolling in that mug. Like, ah, man.
At the end, the wizard drops a giant egg on Rigby's house to teach him a lesson, but since it was a Terror Tales episode, it was all a story made up by Rigby himself. The wizard did show up more throughout the show, but mainly as a background character, such as in the episode Skip Strikes, where he's on a bowling team with Death. We see the wizard in his final appearance in the episode titled Dodge This, where he's an opponent against the park members in dodgeball. Bro has way too many sports activities, but the wizard isn't the only one who gets active. Do you remember Low-Five Ghost? Low-Five Ghost is the brother of park member High Five
He's
Ghost.
not forgetting. The only reason why he's not forgetting. He's I ain't lying to you. He's in more episodes than the wizard as we speaking. Like the best he's in, I think he's like what 4 or 5 episodes. Yeah, at least 4 or 5 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
He first appeared in season 2's episode 17, See You There. After Benson tells Mordecai and Rigby Muscle Man is throwing a surprise costume party for High Five Ghost, he begged Muscle Man to invite them, but he wasn't having it. From trying to bribe him to apologizing for everything they've ever done, the two still weren't invited, so they decided to crash the party instead. After being denied by the bouncer, here is where we get introduced to Low-Five Ghost for the very first time.
Happy birthday, Fives!
What?
Whoa, sorry. We thought you were someone else.
Dude, I'm not High Five Ghost. I'm his brother, Low Five Ghost.
After being turned, Mordecai and Rigby crash the costume party and run into an extremely worried High Five Ghost. You see, it may have been easy to turn into one, but High Five explains if they don't turn back soon, they'll be stuck as ghosts forever. Their father tells Mordecai and Rigby that they have to scare somebody in order to return to normal. So they decide to scare Muscle Man. Since he doesn't know they're at the party, they then jump out and spook him, causing him to have a heart attack and die.
Yeah, that shit had to be the most fakest stuff I ever saw in my life. I'm not gonna hold you. This had to be top 10 goodest acting for Muscle Man, but oh my god, bro.
What's he doing? Oh no, he's having a heart attack. We need a doctor!
Everyone back up, back up.
Ain't nobody was even close. That's the thing about it. You know what that remind me of, bro? When y'all watch Madagascar, number 2, right? Y'all know, me and my brother was watching that, I think about a way back, like in like March or something like that. March, or it had to be March or April or something. I remember the dad, Alex dad, right? That dude come, bring him to just y'all go watch Madagascar, y'all know what I'm talking about. Number 2, he just started roaring and stuff like that. I'm like, nigga, you don't go sit your ass down somewhere. I ain't scared of you.
He's gone.
Actually just a prank. What a way to get introduced to a character, I must say. We then see Low-Five in a couple more good appearances, such as the Thanksgiving special, where the park crew has their...
I forgot Thomas had put that on. Oh god. Nasty. Smelly. Nigga had to wear that shit the whole time.
A couple more good appearances, such as the Thanksgiving special, where the park crew has their entire family over, and other episodes like The Postcard, where we see Low-Five working his job as a cop. We see him in his final appearance in season 7's episode 13.
Crazy. That nigga Low-Five was in jail. That dude got a job as a police officer. Like, you know, that's crazy.
Even Benson's Pig, where Low-Five Ghost was arresting a pig or something. This man has the craziest appearances, but after this, we never saw him again. But I will say his appearance did it.
That's cap, cause you forgot that episode when High Five was trying to what's it called? Find Celia. That was the girl name. Yeah, Celia. The girl, Celia.
Nearly cause as much damage as the characters coming up next. The geese by far are the most destructive characters on this list. With only 2 appearances, they've destroyed
No, yeah. We only saw the geese about twice. Twice, I guess. Yeah, twice.
The planet numerous times and caused billions in damages. They first appeared in season 4's 19th episode, a bunch of full-grown geese tasked with getting rid of the geese out of the park. Mordecai and Rigby have a hard time because these aren't any ordinary birds. After trying various methods to get rid of them, this happens. Those are robotic geese. It got so bad they had to call the baby ducks. After refusing to leave, it becomes all out war. The baby ducks turn into a giant man duck and the geese turn into a giant robot and start brawling through the park. Unfortunately, the geese start winning. So the ducks, Mordecai, and Rigby pull out the secret weapon and end up winning the war, while also destroying everything in the park. But hey, at least the geese are gone.
Jim Benson came in here talking about, you destroyed half of the park. And their mama talking about, you raising your voice at grown men's. You should be thanking them. They saved the park. He was like, yeah, I just clean this mess up.
Mordecai and Rigby!
Hey, Benson.
We got rid of the geese.
Yeah, and half the park along with them!
Or so we thought. The geese's final appearance happens in the special episode, Brilliant Century Duck Crisis, where, yes, you guessed it, another war happens. But this time, they don't destroy just the park, but the entire city, planet, hell, even the moon. But what actually happened to the geese? Well, technically in Brilliant Century Duck Crisis, they were never defeated like they were in their first appearance. Mordecai, Rigby, and the ducks were actually losing. The geese decided to stop fighting when they realized they were being conned. So, in their final appearance, they are still alive somewhere in the series. We just never saw them again. But we can't say the same about the Excellent Knight.
This Excellent Knight had done at every single job. Y'all know how Lazy Larry had every single job on Gumball? This dude had all the jobs for some reason.
Excellent Knight is another character who leaves your mind the minute he's off screen. For someone who's appeared in numerous episodes, he's a man of few words. His first appearance was in season 3's episode 17, Excellent, one of the most iconic regular show episodes, yet somehow people never mention the Knight. After seeing a trucker hat he just had to win, Rigby enters an extreme eating food competition, the Excellent Challenge.
What would you like, sir?
Bring me the omelet.
Dude, you're allergic to eggs?
Rigby, being Rigby, he doesn't just lose the challenge, no. He nearly dies trying to win this trucker hat, and in order to restore him back to normal, Mordecai takes up the challenge for him. After going through intense training and coming up with tactics to beat the challenge, he actually completes it.
Sorry, sir. Time is up. Oh no. We were only trying to help.
What? What the?
Here is where Mordecai faces the ultimate test of greed, and the person to present it to him is none other than the Excellent Knight. After Mordecai chooses the trucker hat over the gold and returns Rigby to normal, we don't see the Knight again for a while. We then see him again working various jobs in episodes such as Ace Balthazar Lives, Gamers Never Say Die, and working as a counter clerk in the Garage Door episode where he's a store worker. He's that one friend who has a new job every week. Unlike the other characters on this list, though forgettable, the Knight was one of the only ones to make it to the end of the series. His final appearance was in the episode Ice Tapes, where he was the keeper of the tapes. Overall, a solid character. We can't say the same for the evil vending machine, Gene.
He was in multiple episodes. The War, Christmas Special, Thanksgiving. Yeah, I think he was in the Thanksgiving. He had to be in the Thanksgiving one. Thomas goes to the whole statue. Benson go get a award. Well, was supposed to get an award. Benson join a lodge. That's down there a lot of episodes. So I mean, he's not a forgettable character.
Is basically
Everybody
the
knows
opposite
Gene.
of Benson. He runs a rival park, East Pines, to that of the park that we know. Vincent is a gumball machine, Gene is a vending machine. He is the living opposite to Benson, and it's apparent, and that's what made him forgettable. He first appeared in season 3's episode 35, Prankless. When both parks get into a crazy intense prank war, we see just how far Gene is willing to go and how ruthless he is as an antagonist. He appears in more episodes throughout the series, such as season 4's Christmas special or season 8's Welcome to Space. His final appearance was in regular show The Movie with a very minor role. In almost every episode he appeared in, he was the villain, but somehow so forgettable, kind of like Muscle Man's mom. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Muscle Man mom only showed up for one episode as we speak.
Not an episode goes by without Muscle Man mentioning his mom as a joke anytime he can. So how is she forgettable? We were first introduced to her in season 6, episode 24, Terror Tales of the Park 4. When telling scary stories goes wrong and Muscle Man screams out, "My mom," the park crew start to realize that they've never even met or have seen his mom. So they take a trip to do just that. On the way there, we get a classic story time of different horror stories from the gang until they finally arrive at her house.
Whatever, dude. We're here.
This is where your mom lives?
Are you surprised?
Let's just meet her and get out.
Nigga Vincent stupid. That nigga Vincent stupid. And nigga like, are you surprised?
This is where your mom lives?
Are you surprised?
Let's just meet her and get out of here. This place is creeping me out.
The gang goes inside only to get jump scared by Muscle Man claiming it was a prank until his mom actually shows up as a jump scare to end the episode.
You know who else likes scaring people?
Yes, this is the very first time we've ever seen the famous Muscle Mom. She then only appears one more time throughout the entire series in the episode Dumped at the Altar, which is where we see her at her son's wedding, but here she's normal size and not scary at all, unlike the last episode. Muscle Mom's first appearance was the second craziest family member introduction, right next to Skips' cousin. Quips is the cousin to
Quips, bro. I don't know. Quips was like he was funny, but he was just corny at the same time. Son. He was like that one cousin at the family cookout you can vibe with a little bit, but like once the family cookout, he'll try to stay over at your house. Oh, my, yeah, you gotta go.
Skips. While Skips is very likable and quiet, Quips is the exact opposite. He tells bad jokes, won't stop talking, and is just all around annoying.
The only episode, there was like, what, 2 episodes of him? Yeah, it had to be that game night where they were drawing on the pencil and him got married. I think that's the only time they used them.
We first see him in season 4's episode 16, Quips. After a game night is announced at the park, Skips tells the crew he's invited his cousin Quips, to which they all get annoyed because they are sick of his jokes. The minute he arrives, he does this.
You guys all remember my cousin Quips?
Hey, Quips. Hey, Benson. Nice to see ya.
You know you're the most hated person. Everybody said, "Hey, Quips. Hey, Quips."
Speaking of see ya, what did one ocean say to the other ocean? See ya later.
I don't get it.
Once game night starts, everyone decides to leave because Quips won't stop telling bad jokes.
Besides Mordecai and Rippy, because what's it called? Skips pulled that card talking about you owe me.
But Skips forces Mordecai and Rigby to stay due to them owing him one for saving them so many times. They get back to playing the game along with Skips' other friends, and when Quips goes too far with the jokes, things go left.
Zingo!
Silence!
Skips!
Smooth move, Quips.
While trapped inside of a cube, Skips is forced to tell Quips that his jokes aren't funny and he has to stop. Unfortunately, Quips doesn't. He decides to switch from a professional comedian to a kid's birthday party entertainer, which we see in the final appearance in the episode of Bachelor Party Zingo. Then we never saw him again, and I'm just assuming it's because he wasn't a liked character and super easy to forget. He isn't timeless, but there is one person on this list who is. Father Time is a character.
Father Time was only in appearance about 3 times. No, 2 times. Because I was about to receive. I was talking about the elephant. Y'all know if y'all watch the Christmas special. Not the actual Christmas special, but if y'all watch the one when they all got Muscle Man for that one Christmas, because he was getting the bad gifts and stuff. I always thought he was a white elephant for a minute. So the only time the time dude was there when Mordecai actually killed, Feed Up Rage accidentally killed Rippy. And then another time was in the movie that Rippy had made this mistake.
Most people don't even know was in the show, even though I personally believe he's had some impactful roles. He just wasn't used enough. His first appearance was in the episode It's Time, when Mordecai decides to ditch Rigby to attempt to hang out with Margaret. Rigby gets back at Mordecai by asking Margaret out before he can, and this does not go well.
Besides, I've got 20 minutes till my date.
Are you sure it's only 20 minutes till your date?
Huh? What did you do with my battery?
It could be 20 minutes till your date. Or maybe it's half an hour. Or maybe you already missed it.
Mordecai begins to change and remove all the clocks in the house to make Rigby late for his date with Margaret. This has to be the pettiest friendship I've ever seen. Mordecai even goes out of his way to microwave all the clocks in the house. He could have smashed them on the ground or something, normal, but no. He microwaved the clocks, and little did he know, this would be a big mistake.
What's your problem? I just wanted to see zombie dinner party with my bro. I don't even know he exists.
I'll kill you! Rigby!
Yeah.
With them being trapped in a time stream, Mordecai gets mad at Rigby for bragging in his face about his date, and he straight up kills his best friend. Once he makes it to the end, we finally get our first look at Father Time himself, who gives Mordecai advice on his friendship with Rigby and also brings him back to life.
If I ever catch you back here again, you'll be sorry. Now get on the time pony.
Damn.
Rigby!
We don't see Father Time again for the rest of the series. His final appearance would be in a regular show, The Movie. When Rigby messes up and travels to the end of time, the roles reverse and he has to give advice to Rigby instead of Mordecai. An impactful
And
character.
that's what I say. I feel like that episode, they should have gave some advice to Rippy too. He should have snapped up and brought Rippy back and gave him advice too. About, stop being a stuck-up ass friend. And, wait your turn. Because, your friend might want to, holla at a girl. Want to go spend some time with the girl and stuff like that. So I feel like they could have went that route too. But, it's what it is. They did it later on in the season.
But forgettable considering he was only used twice. Canonically, Father Time is a god, but not the only god in the series. The god of basketball.
The God of Basketball was in so many episodes. The first time when Mordecai, Rippy, and High Fives and Muscle Man was one, I'd say, was he there for the Thanksgiving? No, I don't think he wasn't there for Thanksgiving. Hookshot. Hookshot for Rippy. The fight. He was there. Was he there for the final season of the fight? No, I doubt it. No, he wasn't. And he was there for the dodgeball, so that's 5 episodes.
Is a recurring character that just didn't stick with fans. His first appearance was in season 3's episode 6, Slam Dunk. When Mordecai and Rigby challenged Muscle Man and Fives to a game of basketball, they lose so badly that it triggers the god of basketball to ride down from the sky and coach them so they could win their next game.
These jokers are a lost cause. Not to me, they're not. I'm the best basketball coach that ever lived.
After intense training, the three begin to face off in the most destructive game of basketball the world has ever seen. Only Mordecai and Rigby know how to turn something so simple into something world-ending. But they did win, so I'll give it to them. From here, we only get a few more appearances from the god himself, mainly in episodes where the gang needs a backup in epic fights such as Exit 9B or other basketball-related episodes such as Bank Shot. The god of basketball's final appearance was in the episode Dodge This, the same episode the Wizard appeared in where the two both played against the park crew in a game of dodgeball. He just does it all, huh? Now, the god of basketball's destruction wasn't entirely his fault, and it wasn't on purpose. But I know a group who loves to tear things up.
The most hated characters. Go ahead and give them a -5. I hated these characters so goddamn much, bro. It made no sense.
During their appearances, the unicorns have some of the best yet harmful energy we've seen from any character throughout the entirety of the regular show series, and that's only with 2 appearances. First debuted in season 1.
13 out of 15, and everybody else got a freaking man. Get this nasty ass right down my face.
The unicorns have got to go. Mordecai buys cologne to impress Margaret, but the smell was so foul. Instead of attracting her, it attracted a group of unicorns. Talk about a sausage party. Bro cannot catch a break with women.
I'm over here. Oh, jeez.
What do you got there?
Dude time?
Oh, I knew it. Come out, bros. All right, dude time.
Yeah, dude time, bros.
The leader of the unicorns tells Mordecai he's willing to help him impress and win over Margaret, but instead, they decide to prank him and give him terrible dating advice. After spending all day with the terrible unicorns, Mordecai and Rigby turn to Skips with help getting rid of them. They come up with a plan to host a drag racing competition, and this by far has to be the funniest ending to a character arc.
But what if they come back? They ain't coming back.
Y'all know how cold they had to be to say that? They ain't coming back. And they click the button. That's correct.
Then have their final appearance in the episode House Rules, where they had a small cameo just because of Benson's actual house rules. They quickly disappeared. Speaking of Benson, let's revisit the forgotten character that replaced him. Susan was a villain that surprisingly...
No, this had to be the most funniest episode that I ever had. That's when Benson has said, you're fired. At his job.
Started out pretty normal, but was easily forgettable in her 2-time appearance. Debuting in season 2's episode 11, Benson Be Gone, Susan was introduced as Benson's replacement as the park manager. She wasn't tolerating anything. She was as strict as could be, and the crew hated her.
You two, get back to work! Faster! And you, sweep those stairs!
Later in the episode, after Mordecai and Rigby teaches Benson how to slack off, he gets used to it and eventually gets fired by Susan, leaving the rest of the employees in terrible hands. He eventually turns back to his old self after meeting a homeless man, but when he returns to the park, it's already too late.
I need my old job back. What the? Benson, help us! What happened?
In order to get the park workers to all turn back into themselves, Benson begins forcing them to slack off, and it actually starts working, but little did he know, this would be a huge mistake. Yes, Susan just turned into a giant, and it's destroying the park and trying to kill her employees. The homeless man early in the episode helps stop Susan by throwing her into a hole where she's gone for most of the series, and Benson becomes park manager once again. Her final appearance was in the episode Exit 9B along with the rest of the villains that returned in the episode. But this final group are the only characters on this list to appear once in the entire show. The residents of Lollyland consists of 5 main characters: Pops, Anti-Pops, Kodravin Kranus, Egum Kranus, and Frivolite Kranus. I barely know how to pronounce their names. Their first and last appearance was in season 8's episode 27.
Yeah, I feel like they should have more character with these dudes. I ain't lying to you. Little something. They could have been Pop's little cousins or something like that. Like, I don't know.
A regular epic battle part 1. When visiting the planet Pops was originally born in, he runs into the other 3 main residents of Lollyland. They begin to explain why their planet is in ruins and who Pops actually is.
Jolly good show!
My dad sizzle!
Yeah, this is definitely Pops' planet.
Shortly after they take Pops and the rest of the crew through their entire history and who Anti-Pops really is, overall, they're used mainly as an exposition dump because soon after Anti-Pops arrives and starts the war that would end the series, we never see the Lollyland people again. These are all of the characters you may have forgot, but one
Yeah, the most fucking hated characters, bro. I don't even know why you showed them as the last character. Terrible. Kill himself next time I see some unicorns. Anyways, what? I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Lay y'all to the bottom of my heart. We're on the road to that 5 to the 100, and I'm out.